Hi, my tubies. It's me, Sheila. True Love, yet again here with you, hanging out, and I'm just sitting up here. I just got, I take emails. I just got an email from one of my tubies, my Teletubbies, who I adore, and I appreciate the email, by the way, Ma. But and keep in mind, I have the flu, so I'm still work through this. And she said that the reason why she stays with her narcissist is because she's already been with him for like 15, she's been with him for 20 years. And she doesn't want to feel like she's just thrown away 20 years, you know, and she says she feels like for me to let this go, it's like I just threw away 20 years of my life, and I understand where she's coming from. I understand. She was like, um, I've been with him for this long, and for me to just walk away, that means that nobody else is going to want me. I gave him the best years of my life. I gave him the best years of my life. So for me to just call it quits, that's just makes her feel horrible. Tell me, right? I was going to say a show of hands, but you're not here presently. But by the comments, do we understand where she's coming from? Of course we do. Do I get it? Of course I do. But you already threw away 20 years of your life, so you ready to throw away more years of your life? You okay. So let's keep this real, for real. Because I hear her. I could feel her pain. I could hear her worry. I could understand where she's coming from. I get it. I totally get it. At the same time, I was with my ex-narc 11 years that I gave of my life. I wasn't going to give him not one more freaking minute of my life. Now, I had 11 years here. Come on. And I'm no, how you say, young spring chicken, if you will. I'm still amazing and fabulous, which is the way you should feel about yourself. Don't you ever let nobody tear down your self-esteem or your self-worth. Don't you ever. Because you know who you are. Jehovah God, Jesus Christ, knows who you are. You are beautiful. You're amazing. You are, you did what women do. That's what we do. We're nurturing. We do what we do. That's called being a woman. But you have so many females out here today, they would rather be in a relationship rather than be single. Because they feel that single is a curse. But you know what? I can only do is share my experience with you. I was in a relationship with my ex-husband, Robert, and I was at my office. I was in my office, okay? I was in my office. And this particular day, when I knew it was time to go home, my hand, it was shaking. Like a person who was, who they have nerve damage, where their hand was shaking and they couldn't stop it. My hand was shaking like that in front of my face. And that's when I knew, I got to get out of this. I got to get out of this. Because you see, I had my son who would always stand up to my ex-husband. My son would have killed that sucker. My son would have made a freaking shambles out of him. But if my son would have ended up in jail because he had to hurt that sucker and kill him or do some massive damage, and then I had my brother. Oh, baby, please. That ain't even a challenge. My brother compared to Rob, that ain't even a challenge. But you see, if my brother would have had to step in and handle this situation, and my brother would have ended up in jail, or whatever may have happened, my conscience would have beat me. I had put myself in a position where I also put men are protectors. That's what men do. My son my son stood up already. He was ready to hurt this clown. This clown tried to run my family over with his car and all of this crazy nonsense. My brother also had to raise up on this clown. I'm the one who diffused it because there's no way I'm going to have my brother or my son, because they had to kill this. Oh God, please, 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 please. But the thing is, what woke me up. It was waking me. I was in my office, okay? And I work in the legal profession, so if I want to try to get off on this crap, I got lawyers as my friends. Now not gonna say my friends, but as my coworkers, and they would have worked like a dog for Sheila Truelove. They're gonna get me off of whatever case that I'm confronted with. At the same time, no, Sheila Truelove is not gonna put my son and my brother in that position. My hand was shaking like I never saw my hand shaking like that. I never did, and it was all because I had to go home. And when I realized that, I have to go home and this is the way I'm shaking. So is being in a relationship more important than being single? No. Because what good is being in a relationship when you're miserable as F-U-C-K? I wanted to curse, but I won't. But what good is that? And then when I'm single, I go home to peace. And like Oprah Winfrey said, and she used to have this show, it was called Inspiring. She used to interview these different people, all these rich people that she used to interview. And all these rich people, they said that the true definition of success is peace. When you have peace, you are truly successful. Even Oprah Winfrey admitted to that, which is why she never got married. She had Stedman, she had all of this. Yeah, but you ain't living in my house. It's okay to have, don't let no man live in your house. No, you're not living in my house, sweetheart. And if I'm forced to have you live in my home, you would definitely be having your own room and I'm having mine, okay? If this is the way the situation has to be because of financial situation. But no, there's nothing more important than peace. But you have so many females, they rather be in abusive relationships. He cheats on her. He abuses her, whether it's physically, but he abuses her emotionally. He makes her feel like she's not worth much of nothing. He's always looking and lusting after some other woman. He got a porno collection bigger than big. So every time he got these porno collections, how do you think that makes his wife feel? His partner. And when you look at his porno collection, do any of these women look like his partner? No. So that's outright telling you that he's not satisfied with you. And they talk about it's all about fantasy. So you're going to tell me nothing that looks like me could be a fantasy? My skin tone is not a fantasy. My ex-husband, Robert, he had nothing but white women. Everything was white women in his porno. He says, I only had 2 pornos. I don't care if you had half of a porno, 1/4 of a porno. Why do they all have to be with white women or light-skinned women? Why? Now, you're my Tubies and my Teletubbies. You can see I have an amazing skin tone. My skin tone is beautiful. I age beautifully too. Guess what? If I told you my real age, you guys wouldn't believe it. You really wouldn't. And the beauty of my skin tone is what you see is just my face. That skin tone that you see, that beautiful, beautiful, oh my God, Hershey Kisses. That my skin tone is all over my body. That's a beautiful thing. And I'm not going to let no media, no marketing, no magazines, no advertisement brainwash me into believing, check this out, they're never going to brainwash Sheila Truelove into believing that my skin tone is something that's not desirable and it's not beautiful and it's not sexy enough and it's not up to par. What are you, crazy? Where are you people? Those people who want to try to sell me that bag of goods, you all belong in a mental institution and a psychiatric ward, because I'm not going to buy that. You got all these women trying to tan to look like me. You got all these freaking women getting lips and thighs and butts and everything to try to look like me. But you want me to really believe, you want me to buy into the fact that I'm not desirable? Who are we kidding? Really? But anyway, like I said, my ex-husband, everything was with white women, light-skinned women. So that proved to me that he was just using me. He didn't want no ebony woman. He wanted me to be his mother. You see? He was trying to turn me into his mother, while these other females on the side, those were his sweethearts. That was his sweetheart. He wanted to use me because I'm a good homemaker. I cook my behind off. I do the laundry. I make sure I keep the bedroom up to par. The living room is great. The kitchen is immaculate. I do everything, the way your mom did. I take care of him when he's sick, rub his back. He has an arm issue with his disabilities crap going on. I took care of all of that. I was his mother. It was official. I was his mother, never his sweetheart. The prostitutes, the whores, the thoughts that he had on this, those were his sweethearts. That's what these guys are trying to do. You notice I say guys, not men. They want to turn you into their mother, honey. And like I said, anytime I said I like sex every other day. That's the kind of girl that I am. Because I feel that sex, it helps to keep you connected. It's spiritual. It's special. And it's amazing. It's mind-blowing. And I said sex should be done at least, if it's not, if you every day. I don't want every day, because that kind of makes it sick. It kind of makes me get sick of you kind of going. But every other day, I think that's a good sex, whatever. Or if you can have sex at least 3 days out of the week, 3 days out of the week, we good. We good. But anytime you got a man who he's talking about, well, I'm not as young as I used to be. That's only because he's trying to save himself for the whores on the side. Don't buy into that. Anytime the sex starts to dry up, you know what? I'm out. Bye. I was getting ready to curse. I got to go. Now, if he has health issues, we're nurturers. We're women. Just like we expect men to be providers, men expect us to be nurturers. That means understanding. And if you have prostate cancer, or you have issues with your diabetic, or you have high blood pressure, I can understand. But when you have a man who's healthy as all what, really? And you want to sit up here and try to run this crap by me? No. Like my ex, he had prostate cancer. And we took care of that. He had that radiation thing going on that killed off everything. But and I wasn't pressuring him before that. I realized you had prostate cancer, honey. I understand. So if we can't do sex every other day, or you done went through this radiation crap, and I do say crap because I'm saying it in an angry way, because he treated me badly throughout it all. He had this radiation. I understand. I get it. But previous to all of that, no. And if that's what was going on with you, then why were you able to cheat with other women? If you had very little bit of sexuality left, if you didn't have much to give, should you give that little bit that you had to your wife? Why are you going to sit up here and tell me all this? No. But you got all of this stuff. When I'm talking to some woman that he lived in the room, she told me all of these hoes, one prostitute after another, he was bringing into the room. And guess what? They was all pale skin, light skin, Filipino. Every last one of them were prostitutes, transvestites, And the woman said, I was shocked. She used to say, she used to call him Mr. Robert. She said, I was shocked when I saw the kind of females he brought. She said, they all look trashy. They look like homeless women that was homeless off the street. That's what he brought it to. Really? And I told Mr. Robert, if you needed sex, yo, you could call me. I'm here. I'm your wife. I know what the Bible says. He never called me because he was too busy calling Miss Debbie, Miss Gloria, Miss Robin, Miss Sally Sue, and whatever and Tom, Dick, when I say Dick, and Harry, and let's not forget Jay. Oh yeah, he had this huge thing for this man named Jay. Oh yeah, that's some crazy nonsense when a wife have to find all of this stuff out. This is nuts. And then he said he wanted to hurt me when I was talking to him because he wanted to know why I wasn't going to go with him to Buffalo. No, 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 no. You made it clear to me that you wanted to hurt me. I said, why did you want to hurt me, Rob? Because you divorced me. Really? So my question is, I divorced you for no reason? I divorced you because you committed adultery. In every sense of the word. Can we You committed adultery. You was also abusive. You didn't know how to keep your penis in your pants. Not only that, but you didn't know how to keep your hands to yourself without sitting up here trying to put your hands on me all the time. Punching holes in the wall. Punching the closet off the freaking whatever. Why? Because I don't agree with you, or he asked me to do something and I wouldn't do it. I would say no. Okay, issue. Yeah, all right, whatever, kid. Yeah, whatever, son. And he also knew that, yeah, he has a temper. But guess what? My tubies, my Teletubbies, I'm going to tell you something about Sheila Truelove. I have a temper too. That's right. So we're in the house here with two people who have a temper, but my temper was validated. It was for a reason. I never stabbed that man in his back. I never cheat. I don't believe in cheating. I think it's disgusting. He sat up here and you know what? He wanted to raise up, but guess what? I would raise up. I would raise up. Okay. We had an incident where he ended up in the hospital. I didn't tell you that part about Sheila Truelove, but Sheila Truelove, no, please don't do that. Please don't take me to a point like that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. He ended up in the hospital. No, I wasn't in no hospital. Not me. I'm going to tell you about that story later if you're interested. Yeah, he ended up in the hospital because he kept thinking that he was going to treat me the way he treated all these other pieces of whatever the hell he was with. He got beat up on them. They was drug addicts. They was drug. Wrong girl. Wrong girl. I kept trying to make that clear, but he didn't understand. But when I got through with his ASS, this particular, yeah, he understood now. Now, and I bet you he understands now. So put your hand on Sheila Truelove because, I hit back. You put your hand on me and I hit back. And when I hit back, not only do I hit back, I did something to him. Yo, it wasn't just hitting, honey. Trust me when I tell you. But that's another story. But my point is no. When you're dating a cheap, stingy, no. Dead that immediately. Immediately. And this is coming from your auntie. You call me what you want. Your mom, your auntie, your sister. Because like Deborah Cooper, to me, she's like my sister. That's my sister. So when you get a chance to check out her videos, you're going to understand Sheila Truelove 100%. Because I see everything the way she sees it. Well, not really. Maybe she got 2 videos that I don't see everything like the way she sees it. But 99.9.9.9, yeah. Deborah Cooper. Go check her out. I love you. And don't forget to check out my ministry channel, True Love Ministries. I could use your support. It's great. I love you like crazy. Until next time, we'll talk again.